It's been doing a lot of work. It's been a little crazy. This is going to be a short live. Um, so much is going on. I hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day. This is going to be a video that is going to be dropped at some point this week. That is my panel battle. I was going to drop it this morning, but it's not been able. No problem, Melanie. You listen on in. I know you got to get those kiddos ready for work. You know what I mean? Ready for school. So I uploaded some things. It was Earth Day on Saturday, and then it was Dia de los Familias yesterday, and I went to both events. And let me say good morning to everyone. Good morning, Melanie, Deb, Muriel, Giovanna, Linda, Sherry. Good morning to you all. Sheila, good morning. I finally got the names all together for the quilt, so we're going to do that today. I did a lot this weekend. Hold on, let me get the quilt. I didn't get a whole lot of sewing done, but I did get like borders put on all those panel battles. That last table runner you saw, I did that yesterday. And we have the quilt to give away. This is the quilt that I said I was giving away. And so here we're gonna show you. There's just so much news to share with you over the weekend. So look what's back. Look what's back from the shop here. My Aria's back, and it's back in working sort of. When I went there, she had sold all those pre-loved other BabyLocks that she had, and I'm not seeing the chat, by the way. Oh, that's weird. In any case, so I'm sorry. There's all kinds of crazy things. I'm hoping that I've changed a lot of things. You'll all have seen I've changed a lot of things. At least I tried to. So let's go back to this. So I picked this up on Saturday before we went to Earth Day, with the intentions of possibly getting a new pre-loved one of the ones that she had there. And she had them there for a little bit, but they were all gone. And my honey and I discussed that we'll take a payment plan on it, because she did payment plan programs. I see you small. Huh. That's weird. I see myself big, but that doesn't mean anything. So I was kind of bummed out, because I really thought I was picking up a broken machine that I was paying for. So she says, your machine works perfectly sewing straight. And good morning, Paranormal. Here's my stuff. That's all right. My machine works perfectly for sewing straight, she says. It doesn't do any decorative stitches, but all the functions where the foot comes up and all that works for straight stitching. Again, I would have to replace something major if I was to do all those other ones. I had to go out 3 times before I could see it, and now Leanna is smaller. Why am I small? Let me see. I'm going to go on my TV and see what's going on. I did change a bunch of settings. I hope I didn't change something weird. I hope I didn't change something very weird. I was trying to make it good morning. I think I miss Andrea. I'm going to put myself on and see what happens here. I have to lower the TV or else we'll have feedback. Okay, so let's see what happens when I go to YouTube. But I'm going to finish one thing at a time. My thoughts are else I'll be all over the place. I'll explain the whole thing with YouTube in a second, but I hope I didn't screw something up. So my machine had to be taken to BabyLock. And according to this receipt, it cost me in shipping $62 to ship the machine and ship it back. What? It's on my phone small. I'm on my phone. I see you. Okay, well, we're going to see what's going on. And so this is all the stuff that BabyLock fixed. Of course, it was cleaned and everything. And I clean, you know how I clean mine every time I do a bobbin change. This is less than a year of inside that they found. Then we're going to have a contest because, let's see, because we're going to have a contest, and I'll explain that in a second to you as well. Let's see. And then these are the things that all had gotten replaced, and it works fabulous. That's why I had to do that table runner yesterday. It does work fabulous. It is, try hitting your screen enlarge button because my screen is large. But we're going to about ready to see what's going on here. So, needless to say, the next page tells us how many stitches. Let's see what happens here. I'm like this. Oh, I don't know if you see. That's how I am on my TV. Not sure if that's what you're talking about. So, I'm so sorry. That's a good shipping price? Well, good. She told me she did the best she could. But you don't see the chat, and someone else doesn't see the chat. And why does nobody see the chat? That's weird. It's now 2 people that says they don't see the chat. I did change something with the chat. And maybe I'll have to go back and change it. But anyway, so I've got this, and by the time we were done, I had paid, let's see, I put $50 down deposit when I sent this in. So I had ended up paying $500 by the time I was done. Not you, Leanna, what? Oh, that is so weird. Well, I see the chat on the side here. Good morning, Mike. So $500 later, I've got this and a machine that only sews straight stitch, but everything is work. It's very precise. And I got to tell you, I already did one of my samples. It took me, it's been taking me a very long time to get through samples for publication because I have to have everything perfect. And not that the FOF isn't great, but that's like for a hobby sewing. When you're doing business for like publication, you better have things really good. So I can't explain it why those are 1/4 inch when I do it, but this machine, I can't explain it, but my stuff just comes out more precise. It's better when you turn your phone sideways. Hopefully, yeah, I don't even know what to say anymore. So that's the deal with the machine. So with the machine, we are in business. Again, it would cost me probably to fix for the decorative stitches. She said $750 plus $200 plus the $70 to ship back and forth. I can't do that right now. And maybe I'll do it in the future, but really she says this machine, you're going to be lucky if you have this for the year. So I will be saving up. I will be saving up for a new to me machine because the Ballard, I guess, is what replaced the Aria, and that's $4,500, almost like $5,000. So that's not, it's just no way. So I will baby this. We'll get through it. And I did fundraise. Good morning, Johnny. Good morning, Anna. I did fundraise $175. I just went in today. And so I will go ahead, and that's what I'm doing here. I've mixed these all up. I've got them going. And we're going to pick a winner for this quilt. I will mail it out. And The winner is Dawn. Dawn is the winner. These were the other, I had the other people in here. And I'm going to put this away. So Dawn, and it's Dawn Stewart. If you contact me, but I have your address. So you don't need to contact me because you actually sent it my way a different way. So and that gave me your address. So I will be sending you this quilt, or Dawn, if you want, I will personally deliver this to you because you are in Massachusetts. I'm looking at her address there. And you are an hour away from where I'm going to be next week. Not next weekend, the following weekend, Memorial Day. So you know what? I'll email you, Dawn, and maybe we can do a special delivery instead. It's going to cost, it's cost me probably the same in gas in this, but because I'm going to be down there and I will not be too far from you, I'm happy to make a special delivery and meet with you and hand this to you in person. I would love to do that. So, Dawn, I will be sending that your way. That's one thing. Another thing, because I never really go into the whole world of YouTube, of moderation and analytics and all that, because honestly, I'm not running my channel to see what the analytics are telling me what to do and here and that. I don't want the added stress of that whole part of YouTube, but I had to go in this weekend just to get some things together. And so when I went in there, I was pleasantly surprised, and you have all been there all for a while when I looked into it. So good morning, Lori. I have to thank you. So there was 26 members to my channel. I do have memberships for 99 cents a month. I put it as low as YouTube would allow me to put it so that my channel could grow. And so I do want to thank you all. So I have Quilty Beard Piecing. She's a channel. Well, most of these are channels. I have Andrea. This one's a new one. Sheehan 283, Myra, Sharon, E. Marie, Mike, Mona, Raven, Annette, Deb S, Sherry Yurton, My Quilting World, Sheila in Quilt Facts, Lorraine Wade, Charlotte Howard, Gina. Here. Mitzi, Catherine, Anna, Nikki, Agnes, Rhonda, Donna, Yesenia, and Nellie. Thank you so much. I probably should be a lot more gracious. I guess I should be paying attention to that more. But I want to thank you. And what I will be doing is I do have something that I do want to put I'm going to assign, I have an assigned number to your names. And I'm going to do a drawing for one of my Villa Rosa patterns, which I was going to bring with me to Puerto Rico, but I'm not. You know what? I can figure out patterns. Here we go. So these are some patterns I have, and I am going to go ahead and raffle off a pattern for everyone on this list, and I want to thank you for your support. I did some YouTube homework this weekend. I had a little bit of time, not much. I still didn't get on comments, and I'm going to go through those today. I just really have to get myself together. Good morning, Becky. Just between being sick, this machine thing, my 2-car nightmare, which I'm still dealing with. But I do feel a little refreshed after this weekend. I don't know. This weekend did refresh me with all I don't know. There's just never anything to do around here by where we live. And there was just so much action this weekend. It was lovely. It was lovely to spend time with my boys because I don't get to spend time with my boys. And I got to spend time with both of my boys. It was really lovely. Let's see, how did my day start? My day started sewing that table runner to really make sure that this machine is in good shape. And then I did some of my work. And then my son, Butters or Dylan or Luke, he made me pancakes. Then he was called into work while making the pancakes, and I told him, go to work. It's fine. But he came back so fast. There was some kind of road emergency, and he had to go and fix a main road really quick. Some giant pothole, I guess, was in the road, and he needed to fix it. So So he went, while he left, you know, I was doing some things. And then I was talking to my other son who woke up and he had a double shift for Mother's Day. We lost her. Why'd you lose me? Okay, I'm going to keep going. I don't know what's going on with some of this. So while all this was going on, he had left for work and I had done some YouTube work. And what I tried to do is I went in and put it where the comments can only be commented by subscribers. I don't know what you see on your end. I don't think you can do comments on the TV. Oh, good. So I went in and the comments should only be coming through. The call is coming from inside the house. Oh, again, you have to be a subscriber in order to comment. I'm hoping that's it. I don't know if I have to go in every single time. Not sure how that works. Then what I did was I did that, and then I left my 3 original moderators, and I'm going to start adding moderators as we're doing a live. If I don't have any of my moderators on, I'll be adding moderators, but then they will be reinstalled every single day, I guess. I'm not quite sure if I'm doing this right or not. I got rid of Nightbot. Nightbot's not there anymore either. I am taking my channel a little bit more serious because I need to take my channel more serious. I put in so many hours in YouTube and I do not take all the algorithm stuff seriously. I just don't. And I'm not going to get into the algorithm craziness of YouTube, but I do had to tweak stuff in my channel. And one of the things is moderation, how one is also airing your video, your lives. Good morning, Libby. The way you put your lives in. Yes, Mona is the queen of YouTube settings. So, yeah. And I'm going to be adding, but it's also going to disappear at the end. Because when you have less moderators on, which doesn't make sense because we all know that there's trolls out there. When you have less moderators on your YouTube, according to stuff I've been reading, of course, some people said that's not true and people are just starting stuff up. I've got to try everything, right? Nightbot sadly sits alone drinking coffee. So I'm just trying different things to get my channel out there. A is Cognito. Good morning. Yes, it is. And thank you. Thank you. We did open your gift to me. I loved it. So we even played some of these. Thank you so much. And so, yeah, so we're going to try this out. And if not, then I'm just going to go in and put a whole bunch of moderators back in, how I had before. I think I only have 2 or 3 in. I think it's only 2. I think it's just Deb and Joydy, which were my original. Actually, I had an original 3. It was Joydy, Deb, and Annette were my original 3. And I hope Annette's okay. I actually have to text her and make sure she is okay. But I may be taking some help in other ways. I do have a subscriber who offered their help to me, and I'm going to take them up on it for something we're going to do in the future during Advent box time. So we have that. If you have an idea, I'm open to it. You can come and contact me. And yeah, so I'm trying to mainstream things, streamline things, mainline, whatever you want to call it. Also trying to get my channel to grow. But in the meantime, we have this. We're going, the contest. All right, so one of these is going to be for my members. I'm gonna, I don't know, let's see, which one should we do? Maybe we should do, let's do this one, which I just did, which was the surf and turf. So I will raffle this one off for my list here, okay? But I don't have an automated number generator just yet because I'm using my phone. The other thing is here we go. So this is going to be the contest. And so when this live is over, I need you to go in and make a comment. And, oh, and the comments is going to be changed too. I am going to try every day to go in and at least put my little heart, my little Pastryqueen heart through all the comments, like Holly from Dandelion Stitches did. She used to do the personal stuff that I did, but now we're overwhelmed and we also have to grow her channel. So I'm going to do the personalized heart. I think what I'm going to do is actually just start on my lives, writing down these things, and then actually answering the comments so that you personally have a personal message back to me, from me to you, but in a way where I'm not typing, because I got to tell you something else that's going on with my eyes. The phone and the computer situation with being on my phone and computer, I used to do that with comments, and if you obviously know I'm really behind on comments. There's been a reason why, and I really haven't told you guys. It's because I have a lot of vision problems. And now what's happening is I cannot read on a computer or a phone my regular glasses. You've seen me put these on. But after a while, I start seeing double. And something about the little lettering, the eye strain and everything, and it is affecting my vision. So I'm going to just be putting the heart. And I think the way to do it is, if you have a question, I can answer it on a live every morning. Give yourself a break. I try to, but I also want to make sure that everyone feels welcome, that this is a safe space, and that everyone gets their comments answered. You should have them answered. So like right here, this purple mat that says quilt in a day. This comes, someone sent me this, and it's a quilt in a day. It says it's a sew straight and fabric glide mat. Now, Lynn said something about maybe having these in her store or ordering them. Not sure if that happened. Not sure if that's true. I do not know where the subscriber got this from, but it's great. I do love it. That's a lot of changes. Yes, Amy, it's a lot of changes. My life right now, I feel like this is where it was. And then somehow, all of a sudden, last November, when I came back from festival, I went upside down. And it's just been upside down. So I'm trying to make things a little easier for me, a little easier for you, change that my channel grows, and that I take this a little bit more serious, because I want to continue to being a YouTuber, and I don't want to go back to having a full-time, another job, but I am. I'm going to have some kind of sort of situation. But I don't want it to take away from YouTube, because I love it. I love you guys all so much. And I do not make money really on YouTube, just to put it out there. It's not like I want it to grow, because I'm thinking, you know, maybe 5 years from now, maybe I'll make money like, what's her name? Darlene. I'm probably going to say her name wrong, but you know who I'm talking about, Darlene. Darlene M. Michaud. I'm sorry, Darlene. I apologize if you're watching. But anyway, you know, she has built up her YouTube and had taken it seriously, and is in a better place where I'd like to be when I retire. So I'm not looking for an immediate situation here. I'm just looking up for my future. And so I have to take things a little bit more serious. I actually sat down and spoke to my honey's sister, which is my sister-in-law, right? And she has encouraged me to, maybe before going on the whole 2-job situation, also is to start like some of my stash, some of my scrap stash. What's her channel? It's just Darlene. I think Darlene Michaud or something. No problem, Anna. So Joydy's not necessarily a quilter. She does a lot of everything. She does quilting and crochet, but she has a little, you know, her life is quite interesting. I think it's like a novella, and maybe that's why I keep getting the beginning screen. Oh, that's weird. So you can watch what you want to watch on her channel and watch what you don't want to watch, because she has a whole lot of stuff, and she tells you that watch what you like. Not, I'm not for everybody, but you know, I found her during COVID with crumb quilting, and she kind of cracks me up. So every so often, but sometimes I don't watch everything she does, you know. Yeah, Jody, it's interesting. She's been a YouTuber for I think 10 or 12 years. And yeah, you go through the drama of her dating life, dating in the, what is she called it, the upper age or something. I don't remember what it was. So yeah, so she's definitely an acquired taste. Me too. I found her then. But in any case, so my sister-in-law sat with me and we had a serious discussion on um maybe like tailoring scrap bags. Darlene is known for her scrap bags. Other people do scrap bags. I believe Janice from The Right Way has been doing scrap bags. And oh, the other Lessons Learned, Sherry, I believe she does scrap bags. So I don't know, maybe, you know, coming up with different things, because she says you have a lot of scraps, Leanna, and I don't mean the little ones. So I'm open to different ideas. A subscriber gave me an idea of selling my tops, just my tops that have not been long armed, also because apparently Darlene and some other people do that. So, and then they send them out to wherever to get their tops done, or do their top, or do the tops themselves. So you can't sleep. Oh, I'm so sorry. Um, so there's going to be different things of ways I can do revenue. So I'm not always freaking out. So yeah, so that's, maybe it's going to be scrap bags from the Pastryqueen with love. And I'm not going into, she went to the far end, and I could help you. So she's a wholesale distributor also for a company. She has her own store, but hers is more retail for clothing. Oh, you should see the belts she gave me. Oh, they're gorgeous. And the little charms and stuff. I said, yeah, I'm not going to be probably doing that, but if I wanted to, thank you, because she's willing to help me. But I'm not going into the fab business. I'm not opening an online business for fabric. As I told her that I'm not, maybe when I'm retired in the future, maybe, but I'm not doing that. No. I'm thinking more like after I do a project, putting the scraps in a bag. Obviously I'll be scrap. I don't know what, but she said I should think about it and think about extending myself, but not, I can't extend myself, but you know what I mean. So I have now 3 patterns here. And so on this next sheet that I have here, and this is from BabyLock, they wrote down how many stitches when this machine went to them and how many stitches when it came out, because obviously they were trying to fix it. So I will tell you this from looking on this. Oh wait, do I have, oh here I do. Let me see how many miles did they put on here. Let's see, 20, 20, 27, 22, 40, 43, 44, 90. I'm just calling out numbers just to confuse you all. Oh, I have to put the bigger one first. Hold on. So that's not right. I don't know what I did. Anyway, estimate, they needed to put 2,000 stitches on here in BabyLock to finally fix this. So this is what you need to do. After this video, okay, you have to guess how many stitches is on this machine. How many stitches I've put on this machine. Because it's so much, I'm going to give you a range, okay? This is going to be the range. The range is, we're talking about millions of stitches, okay? In this jar. Exactly. It's like how many pennies are in this jar? How many millions of stitches that I put on this machine. Okay, how many millions? So don't put anything that's in the thousands. Don't put anything that's in the hundreds. You need to put numbers in the millions. Okay, so just putting that out there, in the millions. So when you do that, you'll put that down in the comment. And the one that's the closest, okay? Because I'm going to call it tomorrow. That's it. I'm going to call it tomorrow. So today is the 12th, right? Is today the 12th? I think today's the 12th. Let me know, but I think today's the 12th. So tomorrow is the 13th. So on the 13th, May 13th, I will, in the morning, if I have a live, if not, it'll be the 14th. But my next live, which should be tomorrow, we are definitely going to see who's the closest, and I will mail you one of these. How many times can we enter number? As many times as you want, I guess. Yeah, I mean, sure. So not right now. You gotta, when I'm done with this live, you're gonna go in, and then you are going to see. You are going to come up, and I have it. It's right here. Millions. Let's just put it this way. They were like, you can't be upset, Leanna, if this machine is broken. So there we go. That's where we're at. So we've got a fun thing. I'm going to mail out that to Dawn. No, hopefully I get to hand this to Dawn, actually. We are going to set out one of these surf and turfs to one of my members. Tomorrow, I am going to see who's the closest to how many millions of stitches I have on here. And then right now, because I'm feeling the mood, let me make sure I do have these 3, because I bought these for that panel battle. Let's see. Okay, I do. Here we go. So right now, let me write down a number. So for me, this is the easiest because I just have to put a stamp on this. Like I said, I am watching my pennies. You see the chat now. Oh, I hope so. Okay. So for this one, Miss Josie, okay? Let me see if I can find a number on here that calls out to me. And then, no, there is, you know what? No, there isn't a number because this is just regular numbers. Okay, so let me go with that. There's 36 people on here now. So we're going to say the number is between 1 and 40. And the number is going to be, it's written here. So go for it. 1 through 40, the number is written here. That is for Miss Josie, in which I will be mailing off when I do my stuff. Give myself the number here. I see some names like good morning, Yvette. Becky's here. I think I said Becky and Joyce, right? If not, it's because I've been talking and rambling too much. I got way too much sleep, I think, this weekend. I got definitely a lot of relaxation, which was nice. I haven't seen the number yet. I've seen some numbers that are close, but I haven't seen the number yet. Oh, got the number. We got the number. We have the number. So the first person who said the number was Deb. Funny that the second person that said the number was Joydy. So that was kind of funny, but I have it that Deb said the number first, and the number was 27. Now, if you think that you said this number before, Deb, you can please holler out at me because I make mistakes. But I am looking back and I do not see, the first time I see this number is with Deb, the pug mama. And I'm looking. And that's the first number I see. So we're going to do that. So there we go. So we have this. This is for Deb. So tomorrow, because I haven't done giveaways in a while. So tomorrow I will have, I don't know what I did with them, but, oh, here they are. So tomorrow I will do one of these, and then the next day I'll do another one of these. So that's all the stuff for, I think, what's going on. Then let me explain this basket. Okay, here we go. So in this lovely basket, I have 2 subscriptions that were sent to me. One was the Ginger Quilter box, and one was the Creative Notions. And, oh, good. Hello again, Giovanna. Well, that's the other thing, too. I find that if I can do a giveaway with these, then I can mail these internationally easier for my international friends, because I don't ever want to leave someone out. Good morning, Jim. So just to kind of like refresh your memory, because this was last month. Wait, I made the pillow, but I have this fabric, and these are all QT fabrics. It just says QT. And I have this fabric. I already showed you that fabric and this fabric. There's only 3 fabrics. So the pattern, and I kind of streamlined it because I have to. There's just too much I'm doing. But I do promise when I talk to these people that I like to show their stuff. So the pattern is from Carol Thielen. Thielen, am I saying that right? Thielen. And I'm going to just show you from here. It's like this. Okay? Well, that is gorgeous, Carol. You did a fabulous job. Creative Notions, you hit it out of the park. Okay? I'm streamlining it. I sat there, blew up the pattern. I'm not making, you know what? I could make the blocks bigger and then I make less blocks, but I don't think I want to do that. So what I had done is I sat here and I wrote some notes for myself, okay? And what I'm going to do is, it's going to be a surprise what I'm going to do, but what I'm going to do is not all the blocks. I'm going to do some of the blocks and then offset it. So she has like a diagonal pattern going here with the colors. I'm going to keep that same guideline. So I'll have a pieced block here, but I'm going to take something out of the Fabric Cafe playbook, and I'm going to put a solid block here of the same. So it'll still be the same colors like for the background, but it's going to be a solid block. So it'll be a regular block, a solid block, a regular block, a solid block. And that's how we're going to make this, because I want to get it done and I want to show it. And we don't all have to have the same quilt, right? We get these subscriptions, but we want to make it our own. And you know that about me. So when I'm showing you when I'm making a box, you know it's never like how it was intended and sent to me. I always do my own little twist on it. I also took the time to figure this out. And this came from Ginger Quilter. Love it. Read the instructions, and then I streamlined it. So I streamlined this block to use strip sets instead of individually piecing every piece, because in this quilt, every little block, even the teeny tiny ones, are cut tiny and pieced together, which is fabulous. It's a fabulous way of writing a quilt pattern. But when you don't have as much time, you streamline. So It's a streamline. So I've streamlined it to make this strip piece. Now, by doing that, it means that I really don't know what I'm doing because I don't really know if it's going to work with everything that she sent me, meaning that she sent me 10 of these. And what I had decided is this thing that she sent for accent piece, and then this quarter yard that she sent for the pillow, and which I have over there, and I'm going to make a video, a tutorial with it. I'm going to actually include this because this pattern can be written for a fat quarter or a quarter long yard cut. I'm going to stick these in here, and then that gives me 12, and it works better for the numbers. And then for me to get the strip piece situation. So I'm still using all the fabric, just reinvented of how I'm going to use it. Then what I'm going to do is my leftover pieces from this, after I strip piece, I'm going to use those as the accent piece, because all the accent pieces were supposed to be this, but now it's, see where all the yellow is, but now where all the yellow is, it's just going to be different leftover pieces. So those are the two things that I'm going to be working on this week and reinventing them. No problem. Hi, Joe. And so that's where I'm at right now. And again, the background for the other one will be the navy blue, because that's what I have and that's what I'm going to use. Other than that, I have this one project that I want to finish up too. Maybe not this week. This may actually be something I bring with me to the campground. I have two things. I said I wasn't going to do this. I said I was just going to bring scraps and recreate. I said that because I was just in distress, and at that point I just wanted to randomly just sew. But I have projects that are already cut and I should just bring them with me. And I want to finish them. So here we have these. I don't know if you all remember, but I have these. And so I think I'm going to bring these with me and top stitch them, because it's all ready to go. I won't probably put the blocks big together, right? But I'll top stitch them, because that's just kind of random sewing, you know, just kind of mindless sewing. This time around, hummingbird. I should have done a PMQ last week. Things were crazy, so that didn't happen. I'm going to actually, I wanted to sew this with Katie. Katie and I talked, and I have to contact her because, and that's Katie, the Greenland quilter. We were going to sew this together. I'm running out of time before I have to leave, and with everything going on in my life, I have to simplify. So I'm going to do this month a video. Maybe next month I could do it with Katie. And then if you recall this, remember when I did leader and enders and I had all these 4 patches and I was making these? So not that I ran out of scraps, but I need a 4.5-inch blocks of dark ones and light ones. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through my stash and find some light and dark 4.5-inch. If not, I'm going to cut some, and I think I'm going to bring this with me. And then, which leads me to another project that I haven't even started, I haven't even thought, but it's going to involve you all. So I thought, how much fun would it be if we do a scrap project with everyone's scraps, not only mine, but everybody's scraps. So I'm going to come up with some scrap quilt, and whoever wants to send me, I'll tell you whatever the actual size is. And I'm not saying bring me your scrap. I'm going to give you a specific size. So you would send, I don't know. If I say it's going to be, I don't know what it's going to be. Please, I'm just pulling this out there. If I say, okay, I'm going to put everybody's scrap in this quilt, and it has to be a 4.5 by 2.5-inch scrap cut square. And you send me, everybody starts sending me 4.5 by 2.5-inch, whatever. Then we'll put it up there and we'll design a quilt. But that's not what I'm doing yet, because I haven't designed it yet. haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I thought it would be fun having everybody. So it's just going to be random. It's whatever shows up is going in that quilt. It's going to be like a community quilt. Our school just did like a paper community quilt, and when I was walking the halls and I saw the paper community quilt, I said, huh, I said that would be fun to do on a Pastryqueen size. We could do a community quilt with everybody sending me a certain size block, and I don't want it to be just 4.5-inch squares or 5-inch squares lined up. I want it to have a little bit of zhuzh, but I'm not sure yet. So, so I thought that would be fun to do. I honestly thought it would be fun to do when I was in Puerto Rico, but I don't. It's the same price whether you're going to send it to New York or Puerto Rico, but I think the mail postage people, I don't know, I'm afraid like things would get lost maybe because it's going so far away. So I think I'm not going to do that. I do have a P.O. box in Puerto Rico. I have not put that in my description yet because I'm not there to pick up mail at this moment. Leanna, when are you taking all these projects? These 2 projects would be for Massachusetts. The community quilt project is something for the future. It's something I would like to do because again, what inspired me was seeing the 5th grade community quilt in the hallway. It was a paper quilt, and it got me thinking, wouldn't it be so cool if we had a community quilt? So I'm thinking that. And then what I'm thinking is whatever community quilt that I come up with, I think I want to make it a runner. So it would go on, look at this, I jacked this from my kids. They put this, my son was cleaning his room and he put this out, I don't know, if, just like he didn't want it. And it has like little, look at that, it has little hooks and it has this. Maybe taking that to Puerto Rico, but I had to find a spot. So I'm thinking, anyway, long story short, I am thinking about buying maybe over-the-door hooks, making the community quilt thing and making it a door cover, like a door quilt, and we could put it here. So it could be the backdrop of the channel. It could be our community quilt. I'm here for the judge. Do you make a few pennies when you watch the ads on your videos? If so, I'll run a replay every night when I go to bed and have all the ads. Yes, so all ads that are run, yes, that's the income that I would make is whatever, the 1 penny or whatever it is. Apparently, if you just like, even like just have it on for 2 seconds and hit skip, you know, I still get some kind of credit for it. I don't know how everything works there in that YouTube land. I know as of May, and we may be here this week, YouTube has changed their policy. Again, we never had any control of what ads you see. I still don't have that. But what they have done is now, I used to be able to say only ads at the beginning. I'm getting tired. I know. Now they're taking full control of the ad situation. So I think with all of us content creators, you're going to see probably a whole lot more ads and we have no control over it. So I'm just putting it out there. I get a banner every time when I go into my account that maybe it says May 15th, May 16th, May 14th. If you're a content creator, Deb, Sewing on the Bluff, Jessica, anyone that's on here that's a content creator, you all know what I'm talking about. I think your aria is already pooped out. Yeah, it's pooped out. Just listening to it. But these projects are going to be done on my Featherweight. The ones I just showed. They're doing something. And yes, I think there's going to be more ads for all of you. And that's for everything on YouTube. They're just going full wild. So just putting it out there. Just letting you know because we've been getting it on our little end. And this week is Honey's birthday. So that's Friday. Friday's Honey's birthday. I got no ads today. Okay, well, that's great. That's great. I tried to do something with ads, and I'm getting ads on my TV, so who knows. It's Honey's birthday on Friday. I'm trying to figure it out. He's a party pooper. He does not like to celebrate his birthday. They are adding, here we go. There's Lisa from Awkward Quilter. Good morning. They are adding more ads mid-roll through live streams before and after. That is what the Saturday update was for. Oh, was it just past Saturday? Okay, so there you go. It already happened. So I'm trying to make him not such a party pooper because we were with his family yesterday for Mother's Day in the morning. Before I went to the other event, I was exhausted. It was a nonstop day for me yesterday. I wasn't sure if I was even doing a live this morning. I did sleep in. They all want to celebrate his birthday, but that man does not want that. So don't know why, but he just doesn't want it. You know, we were cracking jokes. He wasn't entertained by our jokes either. So there'll be no teasing of birthdays for him. But in any case, I'm tired and I've got to go to work. Like that. What? Sounds more like them tube than YouTube. Yeah, if you have YouTube Premium, you should not see any changes. Oh, Giovanna, I don't dare do that. His family and I, well, yeah, that is apparently not a thing. Nope. Nope. We're not doing that. I tried to do that for his, when he turned 50. When he turned 50, I just met him when he turned 50. And maybe 2 months before he turned 50 is when I met him. And yes, I said, oh, to his family. And he goes, oh, no. Oh, no. For his birthday, try playing the trivia game, yes, that he bought. Yeah, I don't know if his mom would be entertained by that, but his sister would be very comical with that. Well, I kind of already invited people for dinner, so it's not necessarily a thing. I did this last year, and it flew by pretty good. Because I said, yeah, last year, he doesn't want birthdays, and they said, you did a party last year. This is his sister going on and on and on, and I'm like, no, I didn't, Sibel. She goes, yeah, we all went to your house for a pizza party. Don't you remember? I was like, that was my form of a pizza party to celebrate, but I kind of did it on the sly. She kind of outed me with that. So this year I go, okay, Sibel, maybe we'll do that again. He goes, absolutely not. So I think we're just going to have dinner on Friday. Yes, just dinner. A barbecue. Yes, we're having a barbecue on Friday. I can't control who may stop in for this barbecue. So, like some families in town, and they're just going to visit me on Friday after work. And we're going to have a barbecue. And, maybe some of his family wants to stop in for tea and coffee, and they'll have to stay for the barbecue. Maybe there'll be some cake, and maybe we'll just do it like that. So last year I did it on the sly with a pizza party. This year he's on to me, so maybe this year it'll be more of, and he's not watching this, I know he's asleep. It'll be more of a hamburger, chicken, barbecue maybe. Oh my gosh. Yes. Take him canoeing. Oh, I know. I'm crushing this man yesterday. He wanted to go canoeing so bad. So the event we were at, and Anna was there was canoeing, and all he wanted to do was canoe. And I'm like, so we went down to the canoe thing. And then there was an emergency situation. The lady had to grab a canoe and try to rescue someone in another canoe because those people had decided to stand up in their canoe. And you know what happened? Yep, they stood up and the canoe went like this. They went in the water. The canoe's upside down. So now that lady was rushing, and I looked at my honey and I'm like, I am most definitely not dressed for a canoe because I was all cha-cha'd out yesterday. Yes, I was all cha-cha'd out. I will post a picture. I know that Anna had taken some videos, so maybe there'll be a short or something. And you will see I was cha-cha'd out. I had my Puerto Rican wedges on and a very Puerto Rican outfit on. And it was like wearing spandex all day, my outfit. So I was not dressed for canoeing if I should be dumped in the water. That was a hard no after I saw that. And Lisa says, I would be so mad, and so would my hubby. Surprise do not work well for introverts. I need a month to build up the event. Oh, yes. So no canoeing for me yesterday after I saw that. Could you imagine? I'm in the water dripping, my shoe. Yeah, no. Canoeing was not a Mother's Day event I wanted to attend to. I just danced. That was it. And we had a ball, and Anna, your husband is fabulous. My boy Butters, who normally doesn't go out and do things like that, when we came home, he goes, wow, they're really good. I really enjoyed myself. So Anna, you actually might be seeing Butters more often. And let me tell you, I didn't know he knew how to cut a rug either. He surprised his mama. He was cutting a rug out there with me. I let my birthday come and go without celebration too. Oh, so anyway, so that's where we're at. That's my morning update. YouTube changes of I have, YouTube changes that YouTube has. And good morning, E. Marie. And I'm gonna well, it's already 7:56. I'm gonna go and get myself ready for school. But my machine is back sort of, and it'll be here, and we will just, do what we can. So what that means with any decorative stitching that I may have to do, that is the machine I'm doing it on right there. I did look at a BabyLock, a new one, believe it or not, that is like one of their base models for decorative stitches, and I said, it's fine. This is good. I'm not going to use all those others anyway. Maybe will, maybe won't. Maybe I would if I had it, but I don't have it. So I think I'm just going to just use that for decorative stitching. And the most important, even though this only does straight stitch, this part is still working, which is this is my version of a walking foot. And this machine was the only machine I could use to put my binding on, where it actually goes through nice and doesn't pucker. So right there, I've got a couple that need to be binded. And as long as this works and a straight stitch, we can make it work. I had no birthday is important. I want to celebrate it always. You should. Yes. Well, anyway, everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping by. And again, I will be tweaking things as I go. And if things that I think is not what they say, we'll just go back to what we were at before. We'll just revert everything back. But I don't see much of trolls today. And if they really wanted to harass us, they would have subscribed, and then I feel like we would have seen it by now. But anyway, I'm trying. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.